Hey guys, EBPMAN here, and today we're going to take a look at the Nuraphone. This is a brand new headphone that just came into our studio, and this is one that you requested on the channel. Let's go ahead and check it out. Now, over the last several weeks, we've been reviewing headphones from Bose, from Sony, from Sennheiser, Master and Dynamics, and I've been seeing a lot of comments around this product, the Nuraphone. So we went ahead and contacted the company, and they were really nice enough to send us a review unit so we can check it out and actually compare it on the channel. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the unboxing. We're going to show you everything that's included. We'll talk about the fit and finish of the product, also what makes this product unique in the market when it comes to audio products, and then we'll do a EBPMAN style call quality test in a local coffee shop. So let's go ahead and check out this video, especially if you're interested in learning more about the Nuraphone headphone.
Make sure you hit the subscribe button and tap the little bell icon to get notified when new videos become available.
Now, the Nuraphone is a smart headphone that learns and adapts itself to the way you hear. When you set this up for the very first time, you're going to go through a setup process that will analyze your hearing. Now, like other hearing tools that we have reviewed on the channel, this one doesn't require you to do anything. So unlike the other solutions where you're hearing these beeps, like when you go to the hearing doctor and you basically identify can you hear it or not, this solution automatically pulses sounds through your ears and then determines what you can and cannot hear automatically. And I can tell you through my testing that the differences are absolutely outstanding. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at all the specs, we're going to do the unboxing, we're going to see all the features as we described, and see why you may want to consider this product as your next headphone. All right, so let's go ahead and go through the unboxing. We're going to go ahead and actually flip the box up like this and lift this out. And what you'll find is a really, really nice traveling case right here. We'll push this over to the side. And then you have a little welcome card. So we're going to put this over. And that's pretty much it. There's nothing else in the box because everything is happening here. Let's take a look at what's inside the case now. All right, so now before doing the unboxing, let's take a look at some of the things that they're highlighting here. So first of all, what you're seeing is that there is what they call Nura sound, which is going to give you a full color experience when it comes to audio. You have both in-ear and over-ear audio experience. And in my experience, the in-ear is going to give you the mids and the highs, and the over-ear is going to give you the bass. An immersion experience, which means that it's going to make you feel like you're in the front row of a live event. Definitely felt that. And then you have Tesla Flow, which is music-activated cooling. And that is literally, you don't overheat. And I haven't felt, using these things for over an hour, I haven't felt that they have overheated my head in any way. You have aptX, HD Bluetooth, universal connectivity with analog lightning connector and USB cable options. So you can purchase the cables, which, by the way, are proprietary. You have touch controls, which are programmable. And then this solution has active noise canceling. Okay, so previously it had passive noise canceling, but it was upgraded recently to support active noise canceling. They also have audio pass-through, which is that hear-through technology, social technology, meaning that you can hear what's going on around you. You can control the volume, obviously, which is pretty standard, skip and also answer calls. And then you have this soft touch biocompatible silicone. So you'll see that the construction is really nice and soft and easy to touch. And then you have auto on and off with 20 plus hours of battery life. Let's go ahead and check them out now. Now this case is probably the most robust case that I've ever seen in any headphones that we reviewed on the channel. They're crush proof, right? So this is definitely, if you put this in a backpack, if you put this I wouldn't put it in your luggage because they take up so much room, but backpack definitely, or briefcase, they're going to be solid. And what I like is from the construction, and we'll flip this over, notice how this looks all the way around. This has a magnetic lock that all you do is you flip it over like this. Let me just put it back so you can see this. So it's magnetic, opens up, and then what you can do is by pulling this tab right here, here are your headphones. So really, really a lot of thought given to the presentation. Now here are your cables, and we're going to see which cables there are and what some earpieces. And then over here you have the actual headphones. We'll put this over to the side for a bit, and we'll put them over here on the side. Let's take a look at what's in here. So the neat thing about this little travel area, and we'll pull this out, is that it's magnetic. So you see this magnet right here? So literally, if we go back to this case, right, I'm going to open this up, and I just drop it there, it locks in place. Did you see that? Do it one more time. It just locks in place, which I think is pretty cool. And then you just close that and put it aside. Now this is what the cabling looks like. So it does use a proprietary cable. So it comes with the USB charging cable. You can get an aux cable as well. And you'll notice right here how the connector is kind of proprietary, right? You do have some gels. You have a couple sizes here that are going to be for the earpieces. And this is where things are a little bit different. Let's take a look at the headphones, and then this is going to help you understand why these are so different. All right, so as we take a look at the headphones, we'll flip these over right here for a second. You'll notice these pieces. So typical headphones just have the outer area that goes over the ear, but this has a combination. You have the inner ear and then the outer ear. The inner ear is going to deliver your mids and your highs. Your outer ear is going to give you kind of the rumbling bass. Right, so that's going to be a combination. Now, as you're looking at these, the other thing that you'll notice is that this material is kind of is that silicone, right? It's giving you a really nice fit when it's around your ears, right? I haven't experienced any kind of overheating when I'm using these. So the nice thing is that this finish, the only thing that you have to get used to is how this thing sticks in your ear. Now, overall construction is pretty nice. These areas right here are contact points that you can tap to basically enable certain of the modes, listen to music, play, pause, and program, and we'll see that on the app. And then on the bottom here, you'll notice that this is your proprietary connector, and this proprietary connector is actually your right indicator. Now, the entire earpiece is full of sensors. There's sensors everywhere, and even as I was doing the unboxing and taking a test run of these, as you're removing, if you don't remove the plastic, the software, the headphones know that the plastic is still on, and it's going to tell you to take it off. And you could take off one, and I did this test, and then it still knew that one of the earpieces didn't have it. So not until I removed all the plastic did the sensors become happy with the fact that everything has been removed. So also what you have is these slide up and slide down for adjustment. The mics are also present here, but you'll notice that you have no buttons. You have no on. You have no off. And that's because these will auto on and auto off when you put them on and you take them off. But make sure that you don't have any cables plugged into them so that they make sure that they turn off. Now, as you saw here, this is our USB-C. This is what the aux cable would look like. And you can see that it uses that kind of proprietary connector. So you have your analog cable. And then it would also, this one would come delivered in a little pouch, a very similar pouch like this as well. These are available online, so you can purchase them either at their website or you can get them on Amazon as well. All right, so now I had gone through the personalized profile with these. And what I did was, as I went through the test, this is kind of what takes place. You're actually able to name your profile, and whatever you name it, as soon as you put on your headphones, it's going to greet you or welcome. It's saying welcome, EBPMAN in my case, or it would be your name. And then this is the kind of like my sound profile. Now, what you could do is you can go normal or you can go personal, and you can tell the difference. So when you're in normal, it is probably not as impactful, not as clear, and then when you go into your personalized, it just feels much more encompassing and immersive and alive, and it's warm where it needs to be, and it's punchy where it has to be as well. Here, what you can do is you can control the immersion. So as you move this forward, it gets you feel rumbling in the earpieces almost because it becomes so punchy. Just like if you were in a concert at the very beginning of the concert or the very front end. Now let's take a look at some of the settings that we have right here. Now before going to the setting, one other thing I wanted to highlight is this mode. As you press this, what it does is it enables or disables the ability for you to hear what's going on around you. Now in my experience, these probably have the clearest mics that I've seen when it comes to Hearthru technology or social technology. I can hear things and it doesn't feel digital in any way. Now the one negative is that I don't have any controls here to increase how much I hear or how much I don't. It's either on or off. Now, once you go into the Neuro settings, you have a couple things that you can do with the Nuraphone. First of all, you can configure the actual buttons themselves. And you can notice that these are the 2 points, how they're highlighted, but you can determine what your left button does. Enable or disable social mode with 1 tap. Double tap for immersion, and that's turning it on or off. Right button, play, pause music, or volume up. So you can do that control. A lot of flexibility in that control area. Now you can also configure your buttons, and you'll notice that how the points that you can configure are highlighted there. And as we go down here, you'll notice that you have your left button, enable or disable social mode, the double tap, enabled or disabled immersion. I have play, pause, volume up, but I can actually change these. So when I tap here, these are all the things that I can configure to each one of those buttons. A lot of flexibility. Now, a couple other settings that are worth mentioning. First of all, here's where you would go for your software upgrade, and they're highly upgradable. So this ANC, for example, feature didn't exist with the previous version, but via software upgrade, without changing the hardware, they were able to enable that. You also have a volume limiter that you can enable or not. I chose to turn it on because these could get very loud, and since they're directly into your ear, I wanted to make sure that I had that enabled as well. And you can change the voice from one language to any of the languages that are listed here. So limited, but still has a good selection of languages. All right, so now that we've done the unboxing, let's talk about the headphones themselves. So the headphones are very flexible. So if you look at the headpiece right here, has some memory foam here, and it doesn't really vice on your head in any way. The ear cups are pretty expansive, and they're nicely go around your ear. I didn't find that I was overheating when I was using them. I did get used to really quickly the way the tips go in your ear, and I did size them appropriately for my ears. And remember, I always say that depending on the size of your ear canal, you may need to change up each piece. So don't worry about using the same size for each side, because we don't have the same sizes in each one of our ears. So make sure that you have the right one for each ear. Now, the other thing that I liked about these is the fact that they auto on and auto off. So as soon as you put them on, they'll turn on. As soon as you take them off, they'll turn off. But make sure that you remove the cable if you were using a cable to listen to music, because it will keep them on if you don't do that. All right, so now let's go ahead and take a look at how they fit and overall, how they function. So as we're taking a look at the headphones, one of the things I just want to point out again is at the very bottom, on the right side, the right cup, it has the charging port. So we're going to go ahead and place them on our head and put them into position just like this. Now, the headphones, as soon as you put them on, are going to go into the previous mode that you had them in. So if you had the social mode on, you're going to immediately be able to hear what's going on around you. If you have it just in the immersion mode or whatever mode it will be in, it's going to go back to that one automatically. Now, once you have them on, they will auto on. So that was the other thing that was took me a little to get used to. So as soon as you put them on, you'll hear a welcome message and they'll start up. When you take them off, they will also turn off in a couple seconds or minutes. Now, one of the things I just wanted to mention is that if you do have the cable plugged in, it will keep the headphones on. So make sure that you unplug them. You don't want to keep the cable plugged in, because then it's going to waste your battery. So now that I have it in my ear, or they have them connected, now let's talk about the overall fit, right? So let me go ahead and turn this way so you can see, right? And we'll go ahead and turn this way. And I can say that while they're not the lightest headphones, so if I compare them to the Sonys or even the Bose, they're lighter than this. They're not the type of headphones that are going to cause a significant amount of fatigue. So I have them in, and they feel comfortable. I'll also say that the way these inserts go in your ear is going to be different. It's going to be a different feeling for some of you. But once you get used to it, it also isn't that bothersome. Now, you do get a really cool audio experience, and when we talk about the audio playback, we'll get into that. But this is what the look would be like. And then you have all the controls, obviously, that you can program on each side. All right, so now let's talk about the audio quality. So bass is there, mids and highs are there. The inserts do a really good job of doing sound reproduction. I found that the audio signature isn't as warm as, let's say, a Sennheiser or a Master and Dynamic, but it does give you a really rich experience when it comes to audio quality, especially if you go through the personalization. Now, one of the things I did, because I think I adjusted the headphones better after I was using them for a couple of days, was I ran the audio test again. So I went through the personalization one more time, and what I found is that the second time, the adjustments that it went through were better. I felt that I could hear things much better than I did before, and I think it had to do with the fact that as I was getting used to the headphones, making sure they were inserted in my ears, I probably didn't have really great seals, or I didn't have a really good positioning in a noise-free environment. So doing the second test really changed the way the audio experience was. Now, during my music test, I listened to music from Queens. I also looked at some modern songs, as well as some Latin songs that have a lot of bass and a lot of fast movement. And I felt that the headphones did a fantastic job of reproducing them, especially when I was using the personalized settings. And I'll tell you that that's probably going to be the only setting that I will work with. Now, another feature that's really, I thought, does really well, and actually, in my opinion, outperforms all the other headphones that I reviewed, is the social mode audio transparency Hearthru technology. Everybody calls it a little bit different, and that's the ability to hear what's going around you. I found that these did a fantastic job probably better in creating more of a natural sounding environment for me. So I heard everything that was going on around me, even if I was listening to an audiobook or listening to a song, and it didn't sound digitized. And I thought that that was really important to me, and it was something that surprised me of all the experience, was how clear things sound. And as I was walking, even in a grocery store, and I was just testing them out, I could hear everybody who was there. I heard the cashier, and I looked like one of those guys that's not paying attention, walking around with headphones like this, which I don't recommend. But still, I just wanted to see, could I hear, and it was the experience a positive one. So the Hearthru technology, that social technology feature, is definitely above the rest. All right, so next we're going to talk about the actual call quality. So we're going to go into a coffee shop and we're going to see what the experience is like. You're going to hear the environment, and then we're going to hear what does the caller hear when I'm on the phone.
All right, guys, so we're at a local quality test here at a coffee shop that's around very busy day since it's very early in the morning. But we're also doing this call quality test of the Nuraphone. So let me know what you think about the audio quality. How much of the external noise is external noise? For those of you who are close to you, that's what it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and turn to the left. I'm going to go ahead and turn to the right. See how this is working. And then you also have an audio sample of what the actual music you hear in the background, the noise that you actually hear in the shop, so you can get a sense of how much this is canceling out. So let me know what you think in the comment area below. Hey guys, so we're here at the San Francisco airport. Call quality audio set that's walking through the airport. So normal, it's a busy airport. There's a lot of people walking. There's a lot of people walking around, as you can probably see, as people shooting. But this is just to give you an idea of what the audio quality sounds like if you're using these to take a phone call. I'm speaking at a normal tone. Voice is not really booming. Trying to keep as little attention to me, or bring as little attention as I possibly can. So let me know what you think about the audio quality. Is this something that would work for business calls, for fun calls? This is what the caller hears in a busy airport. Let me know in the comment area below.
So what did you think about the call quality? Thumbs up, thumbs down? Are you kind of lukewarm about it? Let me know in the comment area below. So now, what do I think about the headphones? The Nura headphones? Well, I really like the headphones, and I think that for the price point, if you're looking for something that's specialized, something that's going to give you the best audio experience, giving you a tailored experience to your hearing, these are definitely something to consider. The other thing that I really like about the product is that unlike other solutions that I've seen on the market, these are upgradable. So via software, they're improving the headphones, they're providing new capabilities, which is something that you don't really see nowadays. So the headphones have a lifespan that goes far beyond what you're seeing normal headphones. So now many of you are going to ask, well, gee, everything on the headphones was positive. Are there any negatives? And there actually are, just a few. So one of the things I found is that there is a learning curve to the actual fit and feel to this. And I found that the sliders themselves, as you were adjusting up or down, they kind of either went too far down or went too far up, and it required me to fiddle a little bit with it to get it right. And while you're saying, well, how often do you change them? The argument is that you don't really have to change them often. But in my case, where I have people testing it and putting it on their ears, there was a lot of adjustments that were taking place. And I found that getting it to my liking again was, harder than it should have been because of how the sliding mechanism works. So that was my only negative, besides the learning factor or the comfort factor that you have to get used to when you have the earbuds going in your ear, as well as the outer ear support. So that concludes our review of the Nura headphones. Let me know what you thought in the comment area below. And if there is another headphone that you're interested in seeing on the channel, also leave that in the comment area. Don't forget to share and subscribe, and thanks for watching.